good afternoon and welcome to a new term here at Rossall School. And we know that it's a new year probably like no other, in as much as we're starting this term with some of us very close at hand here, and I'm joined this afternoon by Tanika and by Paddy, and of course if we're at school you can see we're socially distancing very carefully, and we've all been tested within an inch of our lives. But anyway, I'm really happy that we're able to meet together in person this afternoon. But what's really important to me as well is that wherever you are in the world, that you feel absolutely connected to us. And of course, we're looking forward to seeing you back here as soon as possible. We miss you, but of course, you're with us in every way other than physically. Now, obviously, we've just had a new year, and I had all sorts of hopes and dreams for this year. Most of them were wrapped up with this wonderful community and looking towards a future when we can enjoy all the wonderful things that we love to do here at school. But one thing which has struck me throughout all of this is how incredibly positive and adaptive young people are. Young people have really, I think, flourished during this time much more than we could have possibly ever imagined. That's not to say, of course, there aren't real challenges. Tanika, tell us a little bit about what you hope for this year.
This year, I'm really hoping to enjoy this year and appreciate everything that we have this year, especially after 2020. I'm looking forward to going to year 13 positively, hopefully getting the grades, looking at unis and thinking about my future really, and just having a good year in summer, especially when hopefully we'll be allowed out and to see friends and family a lot more. I'm just really excited for that.
That's it, and I think one of the wonderful things is, because we know the vaccines are going on and that medically vulnerable people will soon be vaccinated, whether it's February or not, we know that at least we have that summer to look forward to. And I think for many of us, and particularly when you're young, it's going to be catching up almost on 2 summers worth. Last summer as well, we're going to have to pack it all into this summer and have an amazing time. What about you?
I'm looking forward to welcoming some of my friends back, because obviously I'm missing them a bit at the moment. But I think once they're back and once sort of we're allowed to do sporting activities, I think that'll be great, and we'll be able to do lots more with our time. And I think this summer's going to be really good as well, because there'll be lots of opportunities, and I think everyone will be in good spirits this summer, and then they'll be in university in September, and hockey going ahead this summer as planned. So hopefully we'll be able to get lots done.
Yes, and let's be honest, if we're going to have had another lockdown, then you might as well have it in January and February. It would be much worse for it to be in May and June. So I suppose we ought to be really grateful for that. Well, look, I know that people during the first lockdown had all sorts of ways, didn't they, of passing their time. Some people I know were baking endless loaves of bread. That wasn't me for sure. But what's your top tips for getting through with a smile on your face?
I think everyone talks about it, communication and friends and family, and talking to them and staying connected to them in ways you can, like in person or over FaceTime calls, Skype, anything, messages, and finding things to do with your time that may be useful to you. So finding a new hobby or a skill I thought was good in lockdown, as I felt like I was doing something. And
what new hobby did you find? What new skill?
I read a lot more, which was always good, and I'll try to learn how to juggle, which is also quite
You should have. I've had some balls in here. You could give us the demonstration. I've got some objects. How many things can you juggle?
Oh gosh, not many. We'll see.
Next week's assembly, the beginning of next week's assembly, we'll have a juggling display. What about you, Paddy?
I think it's really important to do exercise, obviously, because I think that really helps your physical and your mental health, and it sort of helps you clear your mind and stuff. But one thing I found that's really helped is try to stick to some sort of routine. So you set up some goals that you'd like to do, and then you try and stick to a sort of rhythm, so you can get used to how you want to work your days, and you can get a lot done. And try and write down a few things that when lockdown's over and when you've really sort of focused in on what you want to do, you can then go and achieve. And I think doing that and then looking back on those things that you've then achieved is really, really positive, and it can really sort of help you realise that it's not all bad.
Absolutely. And I know some friends of mine who, when the first lockdown started, who probably weren't working. And of course it's strange for us here because we're just carrying on as normal in some ways. But they had so many plans for all the things they were going to do. during lockdown, but at the end of it, actually, the time had passed really quickly and they hadn't necessarily achieved things. I think you're absolutely right. The best way of remaining mentally healthy and engaged with school and making progress is having that sort of routine and that sense of purpose every day, so that, not being here in person, having lessons remotely becomes an inconvenience, not an obstruction to you developing and making progress. And I think what you said is absolutely right. As you were saying, I was thinking the key word here is relationships and being connected. And that also gets us through. So I think if you put our top 3 tips together for this term, they are routine, remaining focused and having a routine. I think they're also relationships as well. And I was about to forget number 3, but I think it's also exercise, isn't it? It's exercise and it's physical fitness. We do all of those things. Can I put in a 4th?
Yeah.
I think that being creative as well is really, really important. So if you like to make music, you like to draw, whatever it is you like to do, but making things creatively, I think, is really important as well. Tanika, Paddy, you are founts of wisdom. Thank you very much. We are going to have a fantastic term, and we are absolutely delighted that 2021 has begun. And if you're not with us now, what we have to look forward to is, in due course, welcoming you back to school. And every day which passes is a day closer to your return to school. Thank you. Have a fantastic term.
As the calendar ticks over from one year to the next on the 1st of January each year, I'm always surprised by the date that it shows. 2021 to me seems like a year long into the future. But of course, it's the present, it's today, and it's now. And that every year I then start thinking about, why is it that the year end and the year beginning are such significant markers of our lives? Quite a lot of the time, as an adult, when I speak to other adults, they say, well, I don't really celebrate New Year and, I don't have a party or anything like that. But I think that there is something special about that transition that we make from one year to the next. For a lot of people, it is the opportunity for reflection and reconnection with what is important. And the beginning of a new year is an opportunity to start afresh. And in fact, for those of you who are classics enthusiasts, you may know that the word January comes from the Latin word iannua, which means door, so the door from one year into the next. For this reason, although not always a deliriously happy time, I think it's a really important time for each and every single person, because everybody has a chance to pause and to reset. Now, 2021 comes with its own unique challenges, and you could very easily end up feeling as though we're experiencing a false start, given that schools have closed for the first half term. However, this would be absolutely the wrong approach to take. 2021 is as exciting and as important in all of our lives as every single other year, and we need to embrace it with open arms and work as hard as ever to make the most of what is to come. In particular, our exam year groups, our year 11s and year 13s, I know that you'll be feeling perhaps a little bit unsure of what it is that's going to be happening over the course of the next few months. Please be reassured that we will be communicating with you and your parents during the course of this week to explain how the Rossall diploma is going to work and what it is that is going to be happening in terms of examinations as we understand it at this point in time. Of course, we want to make the most of our assemblies as well, and one of the most important things about what we've learned from the last lockdown is the importance of feeling connected. So there are some things that we did last time that worked really well and we're going to continue with, and there are other things we've introduced in order to make sure that as much as possible you have opportunities to be with other people, even if it's in a virtual sense. So in terms of our assemblies, they're going to be weekly, and each week we will celebrate excellent remote learners through the Headmaster's Academic Award, and similarly we will still celebrate the Kindness Award. And I really hope that you will carry on nominating your friends for things that they are doing, whether to keep other people feel special or feel happy, or whether perhaps you know of somebody who's doing something really good for their community, or it might be that you know that somebody's taking their time out to check in on a friend that they're worried about. All of those things are worth celebrating for us as a community. In terms of the logistics of the week, you will know that timings of the school day have moved, but we've also introduced a revision enrichment slot. Now, this enrichment slot and the purpose of it is for you to have an opportunity to meet with other people who share your interests, and an email has been sent to you with details of what's going on each afternoon, and I very much hope that you will take advantage of those particular events. The ideas for these enrichment events is for them to be interactive, collaborative, creative, and give you all an opportunity within small groups to feel part of something. You will know that as well as sort of the timings of the school day, you've got your tutor time. Now, tutor time takes place every day. For 4 of the 5 days, there are tutor check-ins, so each tutor would catch up with each tutee during the course of the week. But also we have introduced this year a form or year group gathering each week. So this is an opportunity to come together as a group and feel like you belong as part of that group. So I know that the vast majority of you will have had a head of year assembly last week, and this coming week are therefore likely to have a form time. In terms of other bits and pieces, we're trying to make sure that you stay active, and part of that will be the PE department sharing it with you a series of things that they would like to challenge you with and help you to get involved with and stay fit and active even whilst you're at home. We're also going to encourage you through our assemblies to contribute every week with a particular theme, so you will see what this theme is shortly. Before we do that, however, a couple of key reminders about online learning etiquette. The first and possibly most important one is be on time. If you start well, everything else is likely to go well as well. In terms of safety online, it's really important that you use your own name on your Zoom account so that it is very clear and easy to see for the teacher who it is that's coming into the Zoom room. And I would ask you to make sure that your cameras are switched on at the beginning of the lesson. The reason for that is that it helps the teacher to make sure that the right pupils are in the room, and also, more than anything else, out of courtesy, politeness, and a sense of respect for the whole of the community, it's nice to have your camera turned on at the start of the lesson. In terms of the lesson itself, get involved as much as you possibly can. Make the most of those 40 minutes. Contribute, ask questions. Notice we've made the lessons shorter. We don't want you to be online endlessly, but it does therefore mean that those 40 minutes are absolutely precious. Use them well. So, going back to our theme for this week, new year, new goals, new opportunities. In the spirit of making the most of what 2021 has to offer, I think that there should be some sense that you want to find a way of being a better person by the end of it than you were at the start of it. We're all at different stages in our lives, and our goals might be to do with school, might be to do with something professional, or might be deeply, deeply personal. Whatever they are, in order to make sure that a goal is worthwhile, it needs to be SMART. That means it's got to be specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time-bound, so that you know how long you're going to take to achieve it. So these are goals that you're setting yourself for the year. Your goals also need to excite you, and as this quotation here says, it also needs to scare you a little bit. You will need to commit with all your heart to achieving it, and I really like this quotation about setting a goal so big that you can't achieve it until you grow into the person who can. I love the theme of that. So, in the spirit of sharing my goals for this year, I really want to learn to play the piano well enough that I can play it with both hands, be able to sight read a little bit, and even prepare for some exams. And those of you who know me well and know how much I lack any sort of dexterity with my hands will know this is a huge challenge I've set for myself. I also personally want to take the time to regularly appreciate the beautiful area we live in, to go for lots of walks with my girls to the Lake District and the Trough of Bowland. But what are your goals? It will be amazing for you to send us your goal in an email or on a postcard, and we will post them back to you in December so you can see whether you achieve them or not. If you don't want to involve us in it, well, you can schedule an email to yourself to arrive at the end of the year. That's another good way of setting your goal and then putting it to one side and seeing by the end of the year whether you've got to it or not. Finally, if you really want to make a commitment, why not record yourself and send it in to us or store it somewhere for yourself of what it is that you want to do during the course of this year, and then hold yourself accountable to it. Every single moment we have in this world is precious and we have to make the most of it. And therefore, I challenge you to make the most of 2021. I wish you a wonderful week.